Good evening, each and every one of you. It was so nice to have you all in person after almost 2 years of online practice. So we are so glad to be back with you all. But of course, we all follow the health guidelines to protect each other, help each other. I'm glad that everyone is with mask here. So today also we will make a joint effort to practice meditation together. So I would like you to just to think a little bit deeper about meditation, because whenever we hear the term meditation, we there can be a lot of ideas that will come to our mind, and most of the time meditation is associated with peace, with peace, with calmness, which is true. Hello, welcome. Which is true. But we need to understand that meditation is not only about the peace, and it's not only about the experience that we are going through at the time of the meditation. Meditation is actually is a form of training of the mind. So what we experience during the meditation practice is not the only aim of our practice. Okay, so it's not like like going to a spa, having some kind of what you call Bande, zoning out, right? Is it zoning out? Yeah. It's not always like that meditation. So what we aim at the meditation is actually giving ourselves a nice training to our mind that can be useful even outside of the meditation. So therefore, sometimes meditation practice itself may not be that calm, may not be that peaceful, because we may see that, oh, there are so many thoughts coming up, so many sounds, the people in the upstairs, downstairs, wherever, they are making sounds. We may hear all these things. But if you know how to deal with them right here in the meditation, if you know how to deal with the thoughts, whenever thoughts occurs to you, you don't really want to have, you don't really like to think about that topic right now. But if you train your mind to like drop that thought, drop that strain of thought, instead of refocus your mind to something else, if you learn that skill right in the meditation practice itself may not be that peaceful, but you have developed a training, and your brain developed a skill to select thoughts, select what kind of thoughts to continue. You may not be able to select what thoughts will occur, because it happens due to a neural habit. It happens what we went through the day. It happens what we have in front of us. So what occurs in our mind, we may not have full control of it. We have, but it's influenced by the past. But what thoughts to continue, what thoughts we can continue, that we can have a choice. But ordinarily, we don't exercise that choice, and we have no power to exercise such a choice, because whatever thoughts occur to us seems very powerful, can be so attractive, and they demands our attention. We simply are driven by them. We have been set away by them. But in meditation, we learn this ability to kind of step back of our own mind, so to speak. Step back from our own mind means that we are stepping back to the awareness part. Our mind is not really actually one single unit. It is you can call it, it's a process. It's a function. Mind is a function. Mind is a process. It's not a single solid thing. It's a function. It's function of few number of processes. So in the Buddhist analysis, we talked about at least the mind is actually a dynamic operation of 5 different functions: cognitive function, emotional function, and then the function of the sensation, and then the consciousness function. So those are kind of 5, at least 4 different functions are going on. So therefore, the one important function happening in the mind is what we call awareness, our ability to be aware. So our thoughts are one kind of processes, but our awareness is another types of processes. So our emotions is one kind of function happening in the mind, but our being able to aware of the body, the sensation, the thoughts, even about mind itself is an important faculty that we have. So we can decide where we want to be, whether you want to be in the thoughts, emotions, like you're in the river, or you can decide whether you want to be in the awareness. It mean that you become aware of very emotion that you are going through, various feelings that you are going through. You become a witness to it, start to observe it, not denying anything, but becoming observer of it. And these things are happening, but you are kind of outside of that, observing everything that is happening. So in the other example will be that always meditation teachers use, it's like we have sky, there are a lot of clouds, but no matter how much clouds we have in the sky, there's always space behind it. So no matter whatever thoughts, emotions that are going through in our mind, if we train our mind, we can switch ourselves to the sky. Means to simply become aware of that very things happening and become a witness to whatever memory that is surfacing in our mind. Witness to like urge occurring in my mind. I want to eat that candy. I want to have that cigarette. That have that urge. Like a little punch, and become aware of that. Oh, this is so interesting. And so the moment you become aware of it, you are not really inside that urge. You're not really inside that emotion. You're actually observing it. And that gives you an ability to decide, okay, I'm having this desire, I'm having this urge, I'm having this memory, and you become aware of it, and then you can decide, do I really want to think about it? Do I really want to go through it? Do I really want to have that candy? Can I have it later? And do I really have to have that cigarette? Maybe a few hours later. I don't know. So we have at least a choice to make that decision. But it's a training, because most of us are trained to be in the thoughts, be in the emotions, be in the urges, and we are not trained our mind to be in the awareness, or in other words, be in the sky, be in the empty space. We haven't trained our mind. So in the meditation, that is what we try to do. So that's one thing that we try to do, not the only thing. The one thing that we try to do is to develop that ability to be in the awareness and not denying anything that is occurring in our mind and body, but become a witness to it and observe it and feel it, even like explore it. Have you ever explored your anger? Have you ever explored your anger? Like let's say you get a frustration, somebody did something really, really wrong. Maybe somebody it was driving uh, very badly, and then you get anger and frustration, right? And so our attention is usually outward. We are focusing on how can I really pass that driver, how can I give him a honk, So that's all our occupation, all we are thinking about. But if we can direct that awareness, oh, interesting, I got really agitated, and this is really um, not agitated and unsettled. And you observe that, and don't try to blame yourself, just observe that whole thing happening. And then maybe do some exploration if you can. This is interesting, how it feels like to be angry. We are not really familiar with really emotional anger because we don't really we don't really stay with it long enough. Observe it long enough. We express it. We do something out of it, and we quickly move into sadness. After anger is sadness, right? Yeah, after anger is usually sadness. And so we don't because we quickly react it like it's uncomfortable, so therefore we will do something and say something and raise honk and do something to get rid of it rather than observing it. So anyway, so we can do miracles if we just learn that ability to observe, to be aware of what is happening in our body, in our mind. And that gives you all the freedom, all the choice, all the power to decide which way we want to continue. And so we can drop certain thoughts and we can continue other thoughts. And so that's the ability that we develop, one ability that we develop in our meditation. Of course, we also develop our ability to be in wholesome states of the mind, and that is why we practice loving kindness meditation. Right, Bande? So there are two types of skill we develop. One is our ability to observe the thoughts, and second one is purposely maintaining wholesome states of the mind.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Two types. So
Something like substitute or managing, if I say like that, one thing.
oh yeah.
We manage our thoughts, or we
And
invite some thoughts instead of the thoughts that because we understand, we recognize the thoughts with the awareness. So that is why we are practicing here. This is the practice to understand the thoughts when we are in that kind of moment. One thing that you mentioned somewhere else, maybe at home, at your kitchen, maybe at your bedroom, or somewhere else. These kind of things may happen. Then, this practice will help you to bring awareness and understand the thoughts. Oh, what kind of thought that I have? Instead of this thought, what kind of thought I can
invite or replace.
Replace.
Yeah. I think Bante, you connect it nicely. So one way we develop this awareness. So then whenever we are in agitated mood, whenever we are out of balance, we become aware of it. We become aware of it. And we know that I'm not normal. So you become aware of it. And then we also have to have tools to replace that thought with the wholesome one.
Yeah.
Right? So developing this loving kindness meditation is simply like keep wishing well-being to yourself and to everyone else. Just keep repeating wishing well-being. But what it does to our mind, let's say to brain, is develop that capacity, develop that possibility to invite that thought very quickly. So loving kindness become an emotion, a state of the mind that is easily accessible.
Yeah.
Right? Right now, there are other emotions that are very easy to come to our mind, right? Anger, very easy. You only need a little trigger, it will come. You don't have to make effort for the anger to arise, right? Because we have been practicing it. We have been doing it again and again and again and again. So we have neural structure very firmly established. So with a little trigger, that emotion can occur to us very easily. So we want loving kindness to become something like that. With less effort, we can invite it. It becomes something that easily accessible. So those are the two skills that we develop, in meditation. At least, this meditation. So therefore, the what we experience within the meditation session can be peaceful, can be healing, can be so soothing. But our goal is not only to have a good time in meditation sitting. Our goal is to have an oral training to our mind that can be really useful when we are outside of the meditation.
What I always say, Bante, this is a training session, like in a net. Inside a net, sometimes we are doing some training of the sports.
Or
Like
inside the net, right?
net,
Mm.
right?
With some protective
Yeah.
environment,
Yeah.
right? Like the training golf,
Golf,
training
yeah.
tennis.
Yeah. So there we are protected and we are playing well. But when we go to the field, that the real game, what happens? So that is why I say this is something like a training session. Here we are best.
This
We
is
are
the
doing
best
our
environment.
environment. We are
Hopefully
doing
there
our
will be
so
no.
calm. Right, Bante?
Yeah, nobody's disturbing us.
Yeah.
There'll be some disturbances, but not very much. Yeah.
We are so calm here. But outside this door, outside this room, that is the real world.
It is like also about the learning to drive, right? So sometimes when you have driver's lessons, usually they give driver's lessons within a very. There are some certain areas that
Yeah.
they give that training. So you don't have much, obstacles,
Yeah.
challenges.
Yeah.
Bante Kamalasiri just passed his knowledge test today. Only the knowledge test. So he's going to learn to drive because actually we three of us are from Sri Lanka, and that's where we were born, and that's where we got our monastic training. And so in our monastic life, we did not have to drive. We have never driven a car. I mean, because people come, people give us transport, and there are enough ways to move around, and it's not driving is not needed, and it's not our primary, not in our primary need in Sri Lanka, because there are also a lot of public transports, and people come and help us. But when we moved to the U.S., and there are no buses, at least here, no buses and trains, and you really have to learn to drive. So we three of us all learned to drive after we came here, and he just got his knowledge test passed. So he'll be learning to drive in a very protected area, maybe parking lot, protected area, and so that will be very easy, right?
Inside cones, right? But
Yes.
if we hit, that is cone, we know. But in the real road, what we have to care about, right?
Yeah. So
It is same to meditation. When it's kind of meditation, we cannot depend on the book. We have to gather with outside when we are working with the people.
Yeah.
When we are working in the industry or office room.
office room,
So we have to use the meditation to
skill.
learn inside. And also when we are in outside, something the most period of time, sometimes we have to deal with the unwholesome thoughts. Sometimes maybe arise in our minds.
And also challenging situations too. Situations also can be challenging.
Challenging. So allocating a specific time to develop good thoughts in our mind. So it is more helpful to keep good thoughts in our mind.
Yes, Bante. Yeah, thank you. Yes. So, like, we purposely generate wholesome thoughts, like we are going to do now, and then maintain that wholesome thoughts purpose, like feeding that thoughts, that kind of mental wholesome thought, feeding it, wishing well-being, and keep it long enough, and then it become a kind of pattern in our mind eventually. So even when you're outside, it can become easy practice. Okay, are you ready? Yeah. Ready for the training? Okay, yes. We will do the movement first. Yeah. Okay, let us start our practice. So we start with some movements of the body. Okay, so we are going to do very simple movements to create more awareness of the body. So because a very important basic part of the meditation is to bring our whole awareness to the body. So as long as we can be in the body, we are safe. We are in the present moment. So in order to help us, we will do some movements and create some new sensations in the body. So our attention can catch those sensations, and then we have an anchor to be here. So your mind will not fly to all kind of things, and it will stay here. Okay. So spread your feet hip width apart. And we try to give equal weights to our 2 feet. And you can relax your hands. And this is learning how to stand. Try to feel your heels, and at the same time give some weight to your front part of your feet, and see how much toes we can feel inside the socks. And then have that balance that you have weight to both sides. You are hitting right above the inner arch of your feet. And also examine, do you feel more weight on one foot? Or can we move some of the weight to the other foot too? Just do that balance. Okay, with this awareness of our standing firmly, we will now use our breath and move our hands to create more awareness of the body. You can keep your eyes open. So when you're breathing in, raise your hands gently all the way up. And when you're breathing out, you lock your palms on the top and gently bring them and rest on your head. Okay, now, when you're breathing in, you bring your arms down and turn around and try to push as much as you can while you're breathing in, long breathing in. And breathing out, you turn your palm down and gently resting. Just do a few times. Coordinate with your breath. Breathing in, pushing up. Breathing out, gently bringing them down. Turning the palm and bringing them down. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just do 2 more times. Breathing in. Breathing out. One last time. Breathing in. Breathing out. Next, breathing in, we bring palms up. When you breathe out, we unlock our palms and gently bring them down from the sides, and try to do it slowly, feeling all the sensation you can feel in your arms, in your palms. And let the arms come down and relax. And take a moment to observe all new sensations arising now throughout your palms. You can feel some tingling sensation in the tips of your fingers, and some more awareness of your shoulders, your arms, and just feel them all, and be in your body, right here and now in your body. Let us do another movement, opening our eyes, and this time, breathing in, raise your right hand all the way up. And breathe out. Let's bend to the opposite direction, to the left direction. Releasing the air, bending, feeling all the stretch in the ribs. And breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going back again, releasing the air, feeling the stretch, giving a nice bend to spine. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going back again, nicely bending, releasing the air. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, this time we will bring our hands slowly down, feeling all that sensations available to us in our arms and palms. Let's do the same to the other arm. Breathing in, raising our arm all the way up. Breathe out, let's bend our body to the right now. Releasing the air, giving nice bend, feeling the ribs, opening up the muscles. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going back again, releasing the air. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathing out, going back again, feeling the stretch. Breathing in, come to the middle. When you breathe out, still slowly bring the arms down. Relax. Let the arms hang by themselves and take a moment to observe sensation in the left arm. Do you feel your arm more than before? Exactly where you have some sensations, opening of the muscles, residual sensations of that pain. Just feel them all. Be in your body, nowhere else, but right here in your body. It is awareness of the body. Let us now slowly come back to our chairs, and we will slowly sit down. Make your move slowly. Try to be mindful of every step you are making. And sit down also slowly. Try to observe what you feel when you sit down. All the experience happening in the knee, in the back. Adjust your body. Let us keep an upright body, but at the same time, relax shoulders. We drop our shoulders from some sides, but keep an upright body. Keep your chin parallel with the earth and rest your palm on your lap. Bring them closer to your belly if you can. Or you can also alternately rest your palm on the top of your thighs. And we will ring the bell and do a chant. And throughout the bell and the chant, let us continue to be in this body. We can feel our body where it touches the chair. We can feel our body where we feel our clothes. We just try to be in the body throughout the bell and the chant.
සංසාරේ විනීත නීසං සංනීත සාතං සුචිසාරදීසං තනූපලාසං සංලාප දේසින් පනමේ භිසාසං
With this relaxed body, let us take a moment to observe what is in our mind. Let us train ourselves to notice what is in our mind. It is stepping back into the bank of the river, or stepping into the sky rather than in the clouds. Just notice what is in the mind right now. Whatever thoughts, memories, intentions, just notice whatever arises now, without stopping any thought. We will simply observe without developing any. We will simply observe and notice and watch. Various thoughts occur one after the other. Random thoughts. But right now, instead of these random thoughts, we will now generate a wholesome thought, a wholesome mental state. Loving kindness. We are all capable of this loving kindness. It is the willingness for everyone to be well. It is the wish of well-being. We will now allow this loving kindness come to the surface of our mind. This is a good time to invite this wholesome state to manifest in our mind now. Open your heart, just like when you see your best friend. Open your heart, just like when you see the smiling face of a little baby. A little baby. We will continue to manifest this wholesome state of the mind, this genuine wish of well being. We will radiate this wish to all people, to all beings, including ourselves. Let us wish for everyone to be well. How good if all people, all beings are fine. How good if everyone is kind. Let us make that wish. We'll start with ourselves, with this living being sitting here. Let us make a genuine wish of well being to this person here. The person sitting here, whom we call I, also a living being, just like anyone else. Let us take a moment to be kind and be generous to this person sitting here. Let us genuinely wish. May this person sitting here, may I be well, be strong, be healthy, be mindful, be peaceful. Let this wholesome wish penetrate to your whole body. With deep appreciation of all these organs, all these systems, all these parts of the body. Let this wish penetrate to each part of the body and make a wish. May this whole body, all these organs, all the systems, all these muscles, all these bones and joints be well, be healthy, be healed. Take a moment to be grateful to all these organs that have been helping you throughout the day and for many, many days. Just giving them our appreciation. May all these organs be well, be healthy, be healed. Let us expand this wish to all others, wishing all other living beings the same wish. Let us take a moment to think about people who are close to our life. Just direct this wish to all the family members, good friends, colleagues. Just share this wish and genuinely think about them right now with this wish. May all these people be well, be healthy, be kind, be mindful, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this known group of people to all other people living everywhere. May all other people. Let's make a wish to everyone sitting with us right now. How about wishing each other well-being? May all people sitting in this room, including these teachers, may all of us, let us share our wish among each other. May everyone sitting next to us be well, be safe, be healthy, be kind, be mindful, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this room to this whole neighborhood. May all people living in the surrounding area, whoever they may be, may all people living in this whole surrounding area be well, be safe, be healthy, be kind, be mindful, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond this immediate area to all other places, genuinely wishing well-being to all people living in faraway places. Let us wish for everyone living in all directions, people who have been infected with the virus and going through pains, difficulties. Let us wish them all well-being, recovery. And all other people who are vulnerable, let us wish them to be safe. May all people living in all different countries throughout the world, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be kind, be mindful, be peaceful. Let us keep expanding our wish as far as we can. Let us make this loving kindness as big as we can, embracing all people, all beings with this wish. May all other living beings, all animals, from large ones to tiny ones, all other visible and invisible living beings, may all of them may all life, each and every living organism throughout the world, without exception, be well, be well, be well, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. With this spacious mind, with this loving kindness pervade into all directions to all beings, we have developed a deep calmness, a tranquility, a deep peace within us. Let us enhance this peace by simply resting our mind with our breath. in this peaceful, calm moment, we can feel our breath. We can feel how the breath is gently moving through our nostrils, touching the inner walls of our nostrils. We can feel how the air is coming out, touching the nostrils, but giving a different sensations when they are coming out. We can feel our breath in our chest, in the muscles that are involved in the breathing. Let us now gently rest our mind in this sensation of the breathing. This is the only thing happening right now. This breath is the most important thing in our life. Everything else, all other valuable things are secondary to the breath. This breath makes everything possible for us. The whole life depends on this breath. With deep appreciation, let us be with our breath. Let us be with the most important thing. For next few minutes, continue to be with the breath. Feel it as closely as possible. Just bring back your mind to the breath whenever you have other thoughts or memories. Keep bringing it back to the breath. Mindfully breathe in. Mindfully breathe out. these last few minutes, let us give our full effort to be with the breath. Simply rest with the breath. Dukkha Pattaci Nidukkha Bhayapattaci Nibbaya Sukham Pantace Nisukha Hontu Sabbepi Paminu. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of the meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. And take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation in our life. Let us feel grateful to everyone and everything that made this possible for us today. Feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters in the past who transmitted these teachings from generation to generation. Let us feel grateful to whoever helped our practice today, tonight. Let us feel grateful to all the people in this library who allowed us to meditate in this space. Let us feel grateful to this device that helped us to connect to this meditation. and even none other non-living things, including the chair that we are sitting on, this bell, and everything else. With deep gratitude to all people and all things that made this meditation possible for us today. Let us conclude by saying sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you everyone for joining with us today. It was nice to have you all in person and also online. So we wish that may you carry this peace and this training that we got tonight to the rest of the week and beyond. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes. Good night. Good night to all who joined through our YouTube.
Good night. Be safe and one home.